I would like to revisit an issue that I discussed a few months ago. That is mental illness in the criminal justice system. Frequently, we find issues where individuals are suffering from severe mental illness, and that causes that person to become incompetent to stand trial. I unfortunately have seen situations where individuals are incompetent, remain in the county jail, and in one instance for a period of up to a year and a half before there is available bed space in a mental health facility to transport that person for the purposes of restoration of competency. I know that there are efforts made now to have competency restoration conducted in the jail itself. I believe that that is basically unfortunately a backdoor to the whole issue of getting someone competent. I'd much prefer to see an individual transferred to a mental health facility and not have the atmosphere of the jail that has every imaginable effect on an individual's presentation to a psychiatrist or psychologist based on the conditions being non-hospital oriented. I think that it's important to get that information out. Mental illness has become a paramount, the issue of mental illness and the recognition of how the mental illness plays in the actions of an individual charged has become one of increased awareness and importance, but we still have a long way to go. And I believe over the last 10 years, even though great progress has been made with the understanding of how a mindset impacts a person's rationale and ability to not only perform the act that lands that person in jail, but also has an impact on that individual's understanding of what is right and what is wrong legally, which is paramount to obviously an insanity defense. But I think that it's very important that we take into effect mental illness. I would suggest to defense lawyers that the very first thing that needs to be done is to look into the background of an individual if one suspects that because of the nature of the offense or because of the actions of that individual who is charged with that particular offense. Look into that individual's background. Get yourself a qualified forensic expert, psychologist and or psychiatrist. Get that person into that jail and get that person interviewed on videotape. I think that that is absolutely important because at some point in time there'll be other psychiatrists that will want to view a defendant and will not have the benefit of going to see that defendant as soon as possible after the offense was committed. In the situation with the video, that video is going to be available to those Johnny-come-lately psychiatrists or psychologists to view in helping that individual form an opinion as to whether or not the individual is suffering from mental illness and whether or not that impacts that activity that that individual is charged with.